No doubt about it. We're live. We're live like never before. We're live. We're live. Kick it. Come on, everybody, welcome to the morning. Hey, 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 hey. La la. We're going. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Oh, there I am. That's free YouTube music. It's called Sharp by Jeremy Corpus. He plays that one chord very well. That's what we got today, man, because that's the music we're allowed to play in today's society, today's world of what is viewed as conspiracy theory, right? Everything that appears true to one's heart, if not popularly accepted by the masses of other humans, it is therefore labeled conspiracy theory, and for that you should be, exiled. You should be silenced. You should not be taken seriously. You should be considered a threat, a terrorist to your other people. That's the nature of the conspiracy theory. That's the nature of what government views as conspiracy theory. Many people say, well, the conspiracy by the legal term conspiracy is actually means that there is a concerted plan to break a law. That's what conspiracy is. People are charged with conspiracy all the time and go to jail for it, conspiring to commit a crime. But it's been taken further that your theory itself is a crime. They're moving, the goalposts, folks, are moving to the point where free speech is being labeled as conspiracy theory. Postulating that that there's election integrity in the world, and that the Earth is flat, are considered the same and extremely dangerous to the people who might believe it. Right? That's what it is. Right? Populist movements start that way. Populist movements, right? What is a populist movement? A populist movement is a movement among people that is very popular. An idea amongst the people that is very popular. We have to stop that. But what about the idea that, for example, in America, a nation of the people, by the people, for the people, a nation governed of the people, right? A self-governance idea that was created, back in 1776, and is still going today somewhat. Right? Aren't all movements, for example, Obama rising up, wasn't that a populist movement where he was popular? Trump, popular. Right? But because we have elections coming up and government is pumping the Washington Post with their series, on Russia, on China, and you better believe it, on COVID. Right? The common census. This is what we say. This is what we say is fact. Anything that varies from it is conspiracy theory. You could say it's dangerous. You could say it's bad for people. Is it? Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad because it it prevents a free flow of ideas, right? Because in those free flow of ideas, you eventually get to a truth that everybody agrees on. There is no absolute truth. There's only opposing opinions, right? Humans like to fight amongst each other. They like to be right. And in that right, that self-righteousness, that self-indignance, right? We find a greater truth. Sneezing. Beautiful weather here. It's raining right now in northeast Pennsylvania. We love it. We love it when it rains because there's been a drought all summer long and everything was looking kind of yellow. But we got some rain now. We got water falling from the sky. Finally, the plants love it. And good morning, everybody. My name is Marcus Conte. I'm a guy who makes videos. I'm not a reporter. I'm not I report on my own fucking head, right? What's ever going on in my head is what I report on. Marcus Conte reports on his mind stream. That's it. Right? I don't report. I'm no investigator or any of that stuff anymore. These terms of journalism and investigations and have been so vilified and so fucked, by whoever, right? That it's now Marcus Conte. I'm a comedian. I'm a guy who makes videos of a satire nature. And we explore things in a comical way, right? Like the image that we see before us of a woman who has risen through the ranks to become the press secretary and is probably, according to the definition released by the UN, what is a conspiracy theorist, is probably one of the greatest examples of conspiracy theorists on the planet right now. You're looking at it, right? On the other hand, is Trump a conspiracy theorist to hypothesize, to speculate, to question elections in America, right? Are we not allowed? We're not allowed. Think about it. Think about it right now. In America, we're not allowed to question the result of a public election, right? It's no longer allowed. Right? You're allowed to vote, but you're not allowed to observe and or question and or push back or lobby or you're supposed to be a machine where you walk into a booth, you push a button for somebody's name on the, I don't know, it's Trump or Biden, and you push one of them, and then you must accept the official result of that thing. You pushed the button, therefore you voted. Now shut the fuck up. We're in troubled times, right? Where narratives are very valuable. Whoever controls the narrative wins. I don't want to win. I don't want to control any narrative. I just want to point it out. I want people to make up their own mind. That's what we're going to talk about today. And it's based. What I'm saying is based on fact. If you don't think that the movement to Marcus Audio ain't plugged in right. Marcus Audio. Oh shit. No. Give me a thumbs up in the give me a thumbs up in the chat if I'm here. Am I here? Am I here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Someone's saying in the chat you can't hear me. Marcus Audio. Can anybody hear me? You got to tell me if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think I'm rolling. Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. Somebody said in the chat. I was just checking, man. Somebody said, suit, Marcus Audio. Marcus Audio. All right, we're good. So we're rolling. Yes, the sound ain't the same as usual. The sound ain't the same as usual. Oh, wait a second. Okay. No, it is the same. It is the same. Loud and clear. It was a little distorted. How's my audio now? I'm very conscious of this. How is my audio now? It should be loud and clear. All right. Jimmy Crack Corn says we're loud and clear. It was a little distorted. All right. Maybe my wires are loose or something. It seems to be working now. I apologize for that technical delay. So this is my thumbnail today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Trump being violated again, or is he being violated? I take that back. Trump has been found to have had highly classified information in his desk and in a box in his house. And you know, and we need to vilify this man, right? We need to vilify the ex-president of the United States because he's a populist. We'll look at that story. It almost doesn't even make sense. My name is Marcus Conti. I have a website, and here it is. So I have a guy who makes videos. I make comedy videos on a daily basis. We're broadcasting right now on YouTube. If we're not here on YouTube, just come on down every morning at 9 a.m. and you'll find out where we are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, United States, and you'll see the link. Right now we're on YouTube. So thank you everybody in the chat. TJ is here. Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. Billy T is here. SS67 UK. That's Weesty out in the UK. Zoot Suit Cooter. Good morning. Quinn Smith. TJ, Teresa J is here. So we will go on there earlier. Andy Garcia and everybody else. If I didn't say your name, don't take it personal, man. Really. So let's just get a brief update on. We're going back to the moon. We're going to the moon. Hey, whoa, hee, ha. We're going to the moon. Right to the moon. Right. Remember when Ralph Cramden told fucking Norton, "We're going right to the moon. Pow, zoom right to the moon." We never went there, but well, anyway, we're going to follow the story because I find it absolutely fascinating. There is no set date. Artemis has been shelved till later notice. They are in the process of fixing a leaky plug. Some kind of plug that was leaking fucking liquid nitrogen. Right? Could have caused an explosion, could have caused whatever. They're fixing the fucking thing, man. And the rocket is standing by and ready to blow, right? So, you know, September, maybe early October, who knows? Maybe, I mean, this could be a conspiracy theory on my part. Is every theory a conspiracy theory? It's tough today, right? Because I was just going to speculate that maybe NASA is holding back on their moon launch because the longer they wait, the more people become interested in it. Right? That's not a conspiracy theory. That's what clubs do all the time. If everybody's there to see a band, and they'll come into the dressing room and say, "Hey guys, we'll give you an extra $100 if you wait an extra hour," right? And that's common, right? Because an hour wait might piss off the customers a little bit, but they spend more on their drinks. That's not a theory. That's what actually happens. So is NASA pulling its punches because there's a problem with the rocket, or they want to get more people to watch? Either way, it's pretty good, right? So we'll wait, man. We got nowhere to go, man. We're all in to see the rocket blast off from Florida, make a spin around the moon into deep space orbit of the moon, and then head on back and drop down into the I believe the Pacific Ocean. So all good, man. All good. NASA lies. End da Fed says. Everybody lies, right? Everything's a lie. Everything's the truth. Right? Everything's a lie. Right? Oh, I don't know. I love when people say, Marcus, I can't believe you believe that. People say it all the time, right? They say it in the chats. They say not in the chat, but in other videos. People make other videos, and they'll say, "Oh, Marcus, he's just a sheep. He believes everything he's told." I can't believe you believe that the Earth is round. It's okay to not believe. It's when you got to look at yourself. Why does a conflicting idea make you so angry? Why does it make you angry? Why do you get angry about someone who says the Earth is flat, or the Earth is round, or we never went to the moon, or the elections are real, or the elections are not real? It shouldn't make you angry. It should be your own truth, right? Your own truth of the matter, and you stand on principle and evidence. Right? That's it. Everything is alive, says Enda Fay. Good morning, everybody. So there we go. Joe Biden was, and Donald Trump. And I apologize for this. Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania is very, 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 very close to where I live, and there was no reason other than being very lazy and not wanting to wait online for 5 hours to get into the rally to see Trump. There was no reason why I shouldn't have been there. I should have been there. Not so much to go inside the rally. I've seen Trump rallies, 10 times already. I didn't need to go inside. What I could have gotten was the people outside, and I apologize. That was a missed opportunity on my part. That would have been a great video, walking around the Trump crowd. But anyway, someone was there to tell us about, and Biden was there as well. Here's the two rallies in Pennsylvania. Let's find out.
You realize that?
No.
The point is...
What's the point, Joe?
We ask so much of you. So much of you.
Nobody there.
Meanwhile...
Who are the people behind? Who are the people behind based on the evidence? Is it Donald J. Trump or shit sandwich Joe Biden? Nobody there. Nobody there, right? Same thing. It was the same thing with Hillary Clinton. How did he get in there, right? One would speculate that Joe Biden, how did he get elected with no people, cheering and because we don't need that anymore. We don't need fucking people to win an election. Come on, man. Come on, man. We caught a little piece of Joe Biden's speech, what he was saying in there.
Und dies ist unser unbändiger Wille und unser niemals mehr abzuändernder Entschluss. Muss in Deutschland kommen und muss sagen, den Frieden wollen wir.
I do notice that we might be buffering right now. We might be buffering because we talked about something we're talking about politics, and the power structure doesn't like that. The algorithms don't like that. But we're going to talk about climate change right now. So these guys are charging up their lift. Zero emissions, right? They're charging the shit up, right?
It's pretty cool. It's got all the power of a normal mini digger, but the battery ran out after being fully charged after 2 hours.
So they're charging up their electric-powered shovel. It takes about 2 hours. How are they powering it, by the way?
Being charged up again.
You gotta save the planet, right? He's saving the planet by using electric power.
It takes 8 hours to charge it up with this big cough generator. So the little lifter there, the little shovel, the remote control shovel, that's battery operated, takes 8 hours to charge with a diesel engine. Right? There's a bit of a problem there. We haven't quite figured that out. Why you're using diesel gas to charge a battery operated vehicle to combat climate change? It's ridiculous. Right? It's just a ridiculous story. So here's Katrine Jean Perret, the young black press secretary that Joe Biden picked because she's so brilliant, or was she picked because she's young and black? It's not a theory. That's based on evidence. Who did Joe Biden pick for Supreme Court Justice? He picked Ketanji Jackson Brown, right? Right? Miss Jackson, or Brown Jackson, whatever her name is. The Supreme Court Justice, the black woman who I can't even remember her goddamn name because she's never done anything worthy of other than being a woman in black. That's why she was picked Supreme Court Justice. Is it a theory to speculate that the woman that we're looking at before us was picked because she's young, black woman? No. It's in line with the policy. Right? But here she is defending. Earlier on in her career, she said that the elections were rigged. But now she's walking it back. Listen to the incredible, unbelievable hypocrisy. Listen.
Well, here we go. You tweeted Trump stole an election. You tweeted Brian Kemp stole an election. If denying election results is extreme now.
All right, so there she is being called out by somebody in the fake news that says that she has talked about election fraud, stolen elections in her life earlier on, but now it's different.
Yeah. So let's be really clear. That comparison that you made is just ridiculous. I have been. Well, you're asking.
So you to compare I called out election rigging and election fraud, but it's ridiculous to compare it to Trump. Watch.
You're asking me a question. Let me answer it.
And you said it's ridiculous.
I was talking specifically at that time of what was happening with voting rights and what was in danger of voting rights. That's what I was speaking to at the time.
Right, voting rights. That's what we're all speaking to. Pick your head out of your ass, and you'll see. Right, just raise your head. Take your head out of Joe Biden's asshole for a minute, and look up, and you'll see that. For example, on January 6th, there were people who were worried about election integrity. How did she say? The danger of voter rights. Right.
That's what I was speaking to.
She speaks to the danger of voting rights, but the people out there, the millions and millions of people that, unfortunately for her, supported Donald Trump and his bringing attention to that issue is not the same. That's not the same because I know more than you. My view of election integrity is prime and supreme, right? I have supreme view of these things, and your view is terrorism, right? That's what she's saying, right?
At the time. And here's the thing.
Listen.
I have said.
Let's listen again.
That comparison
Let's be clear.
that you made
Okay,
is just
let's-
ridiculous.
okay.
I have been. Well, you're asking me a question. Let me answer it.
And you said it's ridiculous.
I was talking specifically at that time of what was happening with voting rights and what was in danger of voting rights. That's what I was speaking to at the time.
In danger of voting rights, you mean when the Democratic Party in Florida gets sued, the DNC gets sued by Jared and Elizabeth Beck? See, I give you the details. I give you the facts. You're talking about election integrity when the DNC openly admits in open court that they rig, they pick the candidate? That's not theory. I had look at the video. I talked to Jared Beck, the lead attorney in that case, the guy who brought the case to court in Florida. I talked to him for an hour on the show. The video's somewhere on YouTube. Go have a look at it. Right? It's not a theory. They said it. The DNC said it in their own words that they rig elections, right? That's
And here's the thing. I have said Governor Kemp won the election in Georgia. I've been clear about that. I have said President Trump won the election in 2016, and I've been clear about that. What we are talking about right now is, let's not forget what happened on January 6, 2021.
Let's remember what happened. And now let's turn it into a conspiracy theory. Here's where the conspiracy theory, those were some of the facts. The facts were she believes in her heart that voter rights is an issue that should be discussed. Voter rights, voter integrity, and all that stuff, right? We agree on that. Everybody agrees on that. But her view is more important than yours. Now, the insurrection.
We saw an insurrection.
Insurrection. We saw an insurrection. Now, here we go. Vilify the other party. Vilify.
Mob that was incited by the person who
Quinn Smith says, with the help of the Russians.
occupied this campus, this facility at that time, and it was an attack on our democracy. Let's not forget, people died that day.
Yeah, people died. What? The Ashley Babbitt, who got shot in the face by a cop. Yeah, people died. Yeah.
Enforcement were attacked that day. That was the danger that we were seeing at the time. That's what the president has called out, and that's what he's going to continue to call out. So yes, when you have MAGA Republicans...
And there's the smear, right? Anybody who wants to make America great again and campaigns for the Republican Party, right, which is millions and millions of people, you are now...
an extreme part of Republicans.
You're an extreme part of the Republican Party. You're extreme. We have to fix you. We have to shut you down. We have to quiet you. You can't go about supporting a popular president and wanting to revamp the election system in our country. You can't do that.
Who just deny or do not want to really say what exactly happened on that day, or say it was a protest when it clearly was not a peaceful protest.
It wasn't a protest? It was mostly peaceful, but look, and again, she knows better than anybody, the Black Lives Matter rallies and riots, that each rally of Black Lives Matter ultimately ended in a fucking violent riot. Right? And there's evidence of that all over the place. I was a reporter on the street doing it, showing you how the peaceful protest gets hijacked and becomes a violent, smashing windows, burning, breaking, attacking the police. Every single Black Lives Matter rally, the big ones, ended up that way. Right? And I proved that with evidence. I proved that by following it and being part of it.
That's not what we saw on that day. Yes, the president is going to call that out. And here's the thing. Majority of Americans agree with him. Majority of Americans agree with this president on protecting our democracy, protecting our freedom, and protecting...
Nobody disputes protecting democracy and freedom and our rights. You're trying to take away those rights by vilifying your opponent.
Protecting our rights. That's what we're talking about today, and that's what the president's going to focus
on. So she talks, she's a good talking head. She knows how to read well. And, so denial of 2016 election results are not Trump's extreme rejection of 2020. Well, maybe that's what Bernie Sanders was supposed to do. Bernie Sanders never gave an extreme rejection of the 2016 Democratic primary. And for that, he's forever flawed. He had his opportunity and he let it go. Trump seized that opportunity, and you see the consequences of it. Everybody in his immediate circle, including Steve Bannon, his kids, are prosecuted for frivolous nonsense. Right? So anyway, to Joe Biden and the FBI's credit, it turns out. And I told you that this is how the FBI would do it. They would start to leak out the information as the elections, as Trump gains strength. Trump does an amazing rally in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, draws 50,000 people to the crowd, and the next day the FBI releases secret documents that Trump hid with nuclear codes. Well, check this out. In a stunning leak from the Department of Justice, fed directly to the Washington Post, which is the talking head, is the mouthpiece of the Department of Justice, owned by Jeff Bezos. Not a conspiracy theory. See how that can be twisted into a conspiracy theory? I gave you the evidence. The Washington Post is the Department of Justice, FBI, leaks it. They hand it over to the Washington Post, who then broadcasts it to the masses. So that this is now the official narrative. The echo chamber of the official narrative. So, in a stunning leak, it's not so stunning, from the Department of Justice, a report on Tuesday disclosed information about top secret documents that were reportedly among the files seized by FBI agents at Donald Trump's Florida resort last month. First of all, the framing of Donald Trump hanging out at a Florida resort is incorrect. Donald Trump is a former president of the United States, number 45, 6, whatever he is. Trump is a president. Right? We shouldn't frame our presidents like that. Citing sources familiar with the search, the Washington Post said the documents detail the foreign government's military defenses and nuclear capabilities and can only be viewed by a select group of top officials. Okay, Trump arguably shouldn't have had these documents at his Mar-a-Lago pad. I don't know. Maybe he could have made copies of them and turned over the originals, right? But he didn't do that. Trump had all this shit laying around in Mar-a-Lago. Is there any danger to anybody for having these documents at his pad in Mar-a-Lago? I don't think so. I think it was kind of careless and in poor taste to do that. But, right, was he jeopardizing national security? No, because Trump is under national security, top security protection, Secret Service for the rest of his life. So no one was going to barge in. But there are documents there that report 100 classified documents showed something about the workings of other sorry, man. It talks about other countries and our view of their nuclear capabilities. Right? That's kind of what it says. Of the 184 classified documents retrieved, 25 marked top secret, 92 labeled secret, and another 67 were confidential. Now, if you want to compare this to what Hillary Clinton did, mind you, there is no comparison. Donald Trump, former president of the United States, had this stuff in his Mar-a-Lago pad, right? Which arguably he shouldn't have. It should have been turned over to the National Archives, right, and archived, right? No crime committed, really, right? And you want to compare that to what Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama did of doing America's business of national security on a unencrypted telephone, right? While Hillary Clinton's on tour in Russia, in all kinds of hostile fucking environments all over the world, she was communicating with the President of the United States on an unencrypted server, right? That was housed in her basement. That was available to anybody who had even the basic understanding of how to intercept communication through a fucking cell phone. Right? That's what Hillary Clinton did. Right? Incredibly reckless. Incredibly WikiLeaks. We saw it with our own fucking eyes. Right? But what Trump did is far worse, according to the Democratic Party. According to the party that's trying to smear Trump. So, again, in my view, Trump used poor taste. He shouldn't have taken these boxes of documents out. Nobody really saw them other than, nobody would have even known they existed unless the FBI and the DOJ announced it through the Washington Post that they were even there. So, So kind of a nothing burger. And if you think that there's no harm supporting your candidate and, being part of a populist movement, you should guess again. Steve Bannon now facing a state indictment again in New York, expected to surrender to prosecutors. Steve Bannon was allegedly, what happened with this story is that they did a rally or some kind of fundraiser, and they're trying to say that Steve Bannon pocketed a bunch of money from the rally. It's just it's bullshit, right? It's a bullshit thing. Look, when someone raises $25 million, sometimes they take $1 million and they enrich, not themselves personally, but they enrich their enterprise, their persona, so that they may continue to do that kind of work, bringing attention to that's very common in politics. They all do it. You ask yourself, how does a politician become a millionaire and amass $200-300 million in assets? This is how they do it. Right? They get behind the cause, and then the money floods in. Right? But Steve Bannon, and here you go again. Who's reporting it? The Washington Post. DOJ and the FBI release it and are prosecuting through the Jeff Bezos Washington Post, broadcasting it. Right? So Steve Bannon in some shit again for simply being a Trump supporter. And this is what we're up against, right? This is what not me personally, but this is what Steve Bannon is up against: the prosecution of the prosecution of normal law-abiding citizens that don't toe a party line. Very dangerous. And here, let's look at the markets quickly. Ding, 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 ding. Markets are open. And where are we going? Up or down? Give it to me. Oh, my God. All right, so Marcus Conte reporting on the markets. It looks like we're in the green. Wow, after 3 weeks, we're finally showing some signs of green. Let's see if it holds. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 113. NASDAQ up 90. S&P 500 up 18. All right, all green. Look, my whole board is green with the exception of some stuff on the bottom that we'll look at. So, as I said, NASDAQ, Dow, and S&P all up. Apple prepared to give a talk today about their new product line. And they're up $1.35 today per share. Amazon up 96 cents. Google, the magnificent, amazing Google algorithm and everything else that they do. They support us here on YouTube. Up 93 cents. Meta, formerly Facebook, up 83 cents. Microsoft. See, Marcus Conte is now towing the party line. I'm towing the party line. I have an interest in seeing the markets go up. I fucking hate everybody, but go up, please. Is that towing a party line? No. It's going with the flow. That's all it is. Rivian up 97 cents. Tesla up $3.65. That's big. Hold on a second. I need to see the percentage. Tesla up a percentage and a half. That's good. Rivian up to 34. That's nice. I like to see that. War stocks. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, the people that bring you bombs and planes and guns and space travel too, are all down. Both down right now. The holy vaccine stocks, Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, mixed right now. Moderna up 2, Johnson & Johnson down 45 cents, Pfizer flat. And other stocks, Twitter up, what the fuck, 4.5% on what? And there you go, man, there you go. DWAC, the company allegedly taking Trump public. DWAC, DWACK, Digital World Acquisitions up 44 cents. So markets are showing some signs of green, finally. God damn it, come on, man, go up already. You need to bounce, man. So look at this final story, and then I'll let y'all go. UN Education Agency launches war war on conspiracy theories, right? If you're one of those people, who have a mind that wanders down unusual paths, like, are the elections real? Or is the earth flat? Right? Or round? Is it really round? You're not allowed to think about those things anymore. Right? Those are the same, by the way. In the eyes of the UN, those are the same. To speculate, to wonder if we really went to the moon is punishable in the same way as being showing up on January 6th with a flag and raving and raging about quite possibly something went wrong in this election. Those are now, everything is the same. It's whatever we say, whatever the narrative is the truth, and anything that opposes the narrative. And what narrative am I talking about? Well, you see in the narrative. You see how the narrative flows. It goes from DOJ, FBI, CDC. It flows to the Washington Post, where it is broadcasted. And you must agree, or you're a terrorist, or you're a conspiracy theorist, and it's punishable. You must be punished. And I'm not making it up. I'm reporting on this thing, right? So the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, better known by its acronym UNESCO, is escalating its global war on ideas and information it considers to be misinformation and conspiracy theories. Oh, okay. According to the Paris-based UN Education Agency, conspiracy theories cause, quote, significant harm and form, quote, the backbone of many populist movements. Right. So populist movements, conspiracy theory. What's a populist movement that's gaining again in popularity? I don't know, 50,000 people show up to hear Trump in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and no media is, everything that I'm doing right now is recorded and then posted to social media. So if we're going red and we're buffering in the chat, you can watch the uncut version of what we're saying. Right? But we're going to continue. We'll continue with the findings and what qualifies as a conspiracy theory, because we're not allowed to define it ourselves. By simply talking about it and or defining it, you become the theorist. Right? What I'm doing is theorizing. I'm not looking to what the Washington Post told me to say. I'm looking within. I'm digging down and meeting my maker. Right? And that's where I'm coming from with my theory. Right? Among other concerns, conspiracies foster and reinforce harmful thinking patterns and exclusive worldviews. Unfucking believable, right? They also reduce trust in public institutions and scientific institutions. Well, sometimes you have to challenge public institutions. Look, that's the nature of our great nation, right? That's why we have a constitution, to push back on public institutions. No, we don't. We have of the people, by the people, for the people. Self-governance. The people always have the answer. You label them populist. You label them conspiracy theorists. No. The people have the answer. The people. Where are the people gathering around right now when you see a rally? Are they flocking to Joe Biden, or are they flocking to Donald Trump? One is labeled a populist. The other is labeled I don't know what. The institution. Come on. You'd have to be asleep at the wheel to fall for this nonsense, right? But this is what the United Nations is preaching, right? We should listen to the United Nations. Even George Bush said, "Fuck the United Nations." Right? What happened to that theory? What happened to that conspiracy theory? It's not convenient right now because we're talking about election integrity and worldview. They also so while all conspiratorial thinking threatens human rights values, the document says, without elaborating, some conspiracy theories are more dangerous than others. You mean like Russia hacked the election, and then you almost start a war with a superpower over this ridiculous conspiracy theory? Oh yeah, I get it. We should be talking about it, not. We should always talk about people like Rachel Maddow promoting conspiracy theory on national television. She's not even promoting the theory. She's advancing a theory that was fed to her from who? The Washington Post, who is a mouthpiece of the establishment. That's not a mystery. Where does this information come from? That's where it comes from. While all conspiratorial thinking, in some cases, teachers are encouraged to report their students to authorities. This is 1984. It's thought crime. You believe this theory about the world, your world, and your theory threatens me. Right? Your theory triggers fear in me. So rather than deal with my fear, I got to make you go away. Right? It's backwards ass thinking. Why not worry about your own fear? You have nothing. You have. I assure you, Marcus Conte. Let me go to my solo screen. Marcus Conte will assure you, right? Anybody watching, don't look at me because I might hypnotize you into believing the truth. I assure you, Marcus Conte, that anybody who believes that the earth is flat is of no threat to you at all. No harm will come to you from somebody saying that the earth is flat or that there might be some shenanigans going on in your elections. No harm will come to you. Or that you'll die of the deadly bug. Right? There's no harm going to come to you from these people. It's your own fear. Look inside of you. Identify fear as fear. I am fearful of these people because they challenge my worldview. That's your fear. You're generating the problem. When you fix your own fear, your own problem of the 100 varieties of fear, which is self-pity, anxiety, self-righteous, indignant, my way or the highway. When you address those problems, suddenly you won't be fearful of some person who says that the earth is flat. So Marcus Conte reporting on that. So I hope you weren't hypnotized by that, and I hope that didn't hurt you. But let's continue. While all conspiratorial thinkings, there are plenty of crazy thoughts on the internet, many of which are patently false. Explains Citizens for Free Speech. The only thought being corrected are those contrary to the globalist narrative. This proves that the focus is on protecting their own narratives and nothing else. Exactly. Why here? Why now? Why go after Trump? Why resurrect one bad day, January 6th, allegedly bad day, January 6th, and not view the 30 or 40 or 60 instances of violent riots that came before that? Why pick that one? Because it violates, it insults your worldview and nothing else. Right? Your fear, Joe Biden, your fear pretty little black girl that has a job as the press secretary. It's your fear that generates this hatred and confusion of other people. Right? So UNESCO joins a censorship. This is the UN joins a censorship cartel. Now that now includes the European Union, United States government, the World Economic Forum, social media giants like Facebook, Twitter, Google. Anyone who does not parrot the global narrative is by default considered a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I think that that's an accurate current definition of what conspiracy theorist is now. You don't want to be called a conspiracy theorist because now you'll be vilified, right? And lumped into a category worthy of prosecution, right? Prosecuting people for their opinion. At the heart of the global program to combat these ideas and theories are teachers and schools. Yeah, according to the UN agency. Also central is the battle online in the media. So we have to be sympathetic to places like Google and YouTube and Facebook. There's a boot on their throat. They either comply or they go out of business. Right? They sink. The globalists will sink Facebook, will sink Twitter if they don't toe the narrative. Right? And what happens if you do toe the social media narrative? You become as popular to them and worthy to them as who? The Washington Post, who is an echo chamber for their narrative. This is not hard to figure out. It's not a theory. It's based on the evidence. Look at the flow of information, where it comes from, and then look what's vilified and why it's vilified. Why vilified? There's no problem on my end. It's coming to you live. Well, what they mean by conspiracy theory is this true? Right, this is the other side. Right? What they mean by conspiracy theory is any claim or argument or evidence that differs from the propaganda pumped out by the government media. So this is a professor at NYU saying it. We don't have to be professors and such to know that the market is going up. The market is going up. All right, so that's enough. I get a little sick and ill when I have to talk about that sort of subject, but I do think it's necessary. The truth is in the eyes of the holder. The people who accuse others of nefarious activities and become angry and indignant and want to use law enforcement to quiet them down are sick people. They're caught in the grip of their own fucking fear and anger. Let's have compassion. Let's have sympathy for them, right? Let's have sympathy for them. So thank you all for joining me. Mark Sconti reporting. I don't know. Again, I want to declare that nothing that I say or do is an illegal action, should ever be considered. I'm one guy. There's nobody paying me to say what I'm saying. There's nobody here other than, a black cat roaming around, and the black cat's outside right now because the black cat's like me who likes the rain. We sit in the rain, me and Batman. We sit and watch the rain, and I only give you a piece of my life here in Northeast Pennsylvania. I have other parts of my life that are wonderful, and I don't share those parts of my life with anybody really other than I do have a private part of my life, Marcus Conti does, and there's people out there that want to expose that for some stupid reason. To get one up on Marcus Conti because he's a conspiracy theory, and we got to shut that motherfucker down, man, because he's out there out there preaching love, and we can't have that shit, man. We got to be angry, man. Stay fucking angry, man. Be angry. Anger, motherfucker. I don't like that. Can't even get an angry song. I can go with that, man. Peace, everybody. Mark's Conti reporting. I hear it. I feel it. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Mark's Conti reporting. We're all here. I'll see you tomorrow, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go, 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 go.